Hey everybody, thank you for stopping by today. Call me Kenny. It's a pleasure to be with you here today. Kathy Rain, detective, you already know. It's not think like we don't know. I'll be honest with you, it's been a few days since the last time I played Kathy Rain. And I know we came off as a spooktacular, like there was some weird stuff going on with the bald man. That's pretty much all I remember. So forgive me if I need to just, you know, like reread my notebook, my handy dandy notebook, and kind of figure out where we're at. I think we came to Grandma's house actually to ask her some questions. I think that's what we came here to do. But I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Thank you guys so much for...
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
That's new dialogue. That's new dialogue. So... thank you guys so much for the ones that watch the series. It makes me, you know, keep putting them out. Let's go ahead and talk to Grandma. And
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
yeah.
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
So Grandma, do you know a Jimmy Cochran? Because we talked to what's his face in the hospital. Forgive me, it's been a while, been a few days.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is? He was a friend of Grandpa's.
I believe he teaches at the flight school these days.
I don't think so, at least not anymore. I was told he was placed in a mental facility.
Oh.
Really? He always struck me as a kind man, maybe a bit nervous and on edge, but not crazy.
There's more. I found out that Jimmy asked Grandpa for help not long before Grandpa ended up in that wheelchair.
Ooh.
Jimmy sounded really desperate. I'm sure what happened to Grandpa that night had something to do with his cry for help.
You should go find the man, then. Surely he must know something.
That's the plan. I just wondered if there's anything else you think I should know about him.
Not really. We haven't stayed in touch since Joseph was injured. I know that he had a wife, Agatha, and a son, James. Agatha passed away from cancer years ago, but as far as I know, James still lives in the city with his family.
Who's James?
Thanks, Grandma.
What about the art that was stolen? I believe it was stolen out of a storage unit, if I'm correct.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
You know, don't worry about it.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Don't need to worry about the
Bye,
church
Grandma.
either.
I'll be back later.
So long.
So we do have a key, don't we? We have a key? Yeah, we have a small key. We don't know what it goes to. We have a small key. Oh, let's actually ask her. She might not be curious.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
But let's actually ask her about, like, the picture.
What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display.
Right.
What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Right. The red flower.
You clever. Do let me know if you come across anything else.
She's more impressed than, you know, what it actually means. What about the baton? You know, I apologize for the phone call. Let's take a shortcut. All right, sorry about that. That was a little bit of an important phone call, but that's okay. Let's ask her about the expert, the book expert, the botany.
Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
The red flower.
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
Okay. Did we have anything else to show her? We don't need to show her a floppy disk. We've already shown. Yeah, we're okay.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Grandma.
Bye, Kathy.
The name of the grandma absolutely just absents my mind. Let's go ahead and maybe do a phone call. I know we actually have another place to go, right? We have other places to go, so I'm not worried about if this is like the last resort, because it's not the last resort. I just want to be thorough. Let's search. Last time I wasn't very so thorough. Jimmy Cochran.
Nope, couldn't find it.
Okay. Lily Myers?
I got her family's address already.
You know, I think we already talked to her.
No result for that.
Okay. We don't need to look into the phone book. Let's maybe call the phone. Let's call our roommate.
Nah, I don't need to call E right now. We'll catch up tonight.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Let's just go to the next places that we need to go to. Dun, 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 dun. Really liking Kathy Rain. I wish I knew more games like Kathy Rain. So we went to the clinic, been to the cabin. We have not been to the church, and we have not been to the nature reserve. Let's go ahead and go to the church. We'll do it in order. Oh God,
Hello,
this is
Father.
daunting.
Greetings, my child. I'm glad you decided to come here.
Yeah, but just so
I don't
you
like his
know,
voice.
I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
Okay.
Good. So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Kathy.
What?
Kathy Rain.
He's
but
Isaac
I'm
Price.
guessing you figured that out already.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here. So how can I be of service?
Right. Do you know the incident that happened in 1981?
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
It was the work of the devil, I'll say that much. Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
Man, it's
In a way,
creepy.
He and my father did charity work together. Joseph was around a lot when I was young. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth, among other things.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy.
I'm getting another phone
That
call.
being said, Joseph was the person who
Like I said,
convinced
it's a
me to
little
become a
important.
priest.
I
Really?
absolutely
Oh,
apologize
yes,
for
I was
this.
a teenager back then, full of rebellion. Every fiber of my
I'll
being
cut it here in a
longing to
sec
distance
after this
myself from my
dialogue's over.
father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride and showed me how I should follow my heart regardless of what others might think. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
So if you thought this was going to be a normal episode, it's not. Good Lord. Trying to get through an episode is like pulling teeth over here. What's going on? I apologize, everyone. So yeah, this is the son. I forgot this is the son to the priest. The priest was the father. I think he was the one doing some shady shit that we are yet to find out, if I remember correctly. But let's see if he knows anybody named Jimmy Cochran.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
I don't recognize that name, no.
Okay. Do you know Lily Myers?
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
It does. I was a substitute teacher in her high school for
Of
some
course
time
you were.
before I was ordained.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
All right, so how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school a lot. And when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had a whole world on her shoulders.
Any idea of what caused this change?
She was depressed. We
Not
know
clear.
that.
All I know is that when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
Okay. He probably doesn't know anything about stolen art.
Do you know anything about an art theft at the Wade estate in the 80s?
I have just a vague memory of reading about it in the paper.
Right. And this is the ultimate question.
Care to tell me the history of the church?
I'd be happy to. The story is a fascinating one.
Yeah.
This church was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he'd done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds, even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all.
Wow.
Then suddenly, divine intervention. 3 bright lights appeared.
Oh,
The
shit.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, the sign of God. This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers. They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed, the stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was in the spring of 1971. My father never told anyone where.
Okay. So
I was hoping
what happened
summer
then?
1969.
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture.
That's a good
The
song.
church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983. That's when I stepped in to take leadership of the church.
I take it that the church started declining after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally so. With such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable.
Right.
But I assure you, the church is still very much thriving.
There's no one here.
It's kind of empty to me.
It's not really our peak hours.
Okay.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child. I'm simply providing divine guidance when it's needed the most.
You know, I've been to funerals, and I don't think anyone handed out a pamphlet to a church when I went. That's okay. Let's see if he knows anything about this picture. I'm sure he does.
I could, but I think I have more to gain from a subtle strategy. I'll keep it to myself for now, until I know more about this church.
You sneaky. What about if he knows anything about a red flower?
Father, do you know anything about this flower?
No, my child. Nothing at all.
Do not ever call me your child.
Do you recognize the men in this picture, Isaac?
Only
Oh, on
your
first name
grandfather,
basis.
And that's just because I was given a similar picture for the service the other day.
Okay. You know, I don't think there's really much to tell. I mean, we can zap him, but I don't think that would be ideal. Can we look around
That's
the
all I
church?
need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
It's
The
an
altar.
You know, the place where they put the sacrificed goats, kids, and other crap.
The door. Another door. Open the door.
Locked.
Damn it. Use the door. That one was open the door. This one is use the door.
Locked.
Damn it. Okay, well, you know, Bibles? Yeah, let's
A
go.
bunch of red Bibles stacked in neat rows.
Yeah. Let's pick one up. There might be like a hidden message inside.
I really shouldn't. They might burn.
I like your I like your sense of humor, Kathy, but it's not productive. So, you know, I think that's it for now. Until we have a better strategy, she says. We'll go to the nature reserve. Holy moly, guacamole. Don't yell hello. You don't know who's out here.
Creepy bald guy.
Exactly, the creepy guy.
Guess no one's home.
It's a piece of paper. That's the flower. We came here for the flower. Let's go to the flower. Let's not pick up the creepy paper on the ground that has a drawing that looks maybe like us. Let's look at the flower.
Looks like a specimen of the red scythe.
Right. Can we pick it up? I feel like if we pick this up, something will happen.
It's endangered. I'm not gonna take it without a really good reason.
Okay. Good enough. Let's... A piece of paper.
What's this?
A piece of paper. What was it? Ripped drawing? Red man. Oh, it's
A bald man dressed in red. Oh, creepy.
it's what's his face's drawing. The cabin. The young man with the disability. We have to... Yes. Go back. Go back to the cabin. We gotta talk. I forgot his name, but we have to go back to him. He, I think, drew something. He said something about a red man. I believe. I don't know why I'm so excited. I just realized it's not raining anymore. But take your helmet off. Hurry up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You know, what if we walked in and they were dead? Okay, we're fine.
Oh, it's you again. Come on in.
You know, you're very friendly, even though I gave you like 2 cigarettes. I appreciate it, though. Where is the child?
Nathan today?
Nah, haven't seen Nate all day. Probably out in the woods.
What? This is not safe. Yeah.
The left half is torn off.
Exactly. Lily, me. The red man. Oh my
Looks like
god.
Nathan knows the strange red man. I need to talk to him about this.
Me, Lily, red man. So that was Nathan, the boy. Lily, God rest her soul.
Is this how Nathan still sees himself? As a little boy?
You could.
That must be Lily. She seems very happy looking up at the red man.
They spell it different.
A bald man dressed in red. Oh, creepy.
He's out in the woods with the red man as we speak. That's what's terrifying. We need Nathan. We need to talk to Nathan. Hello, Sue. We have a drawing.
I had a few more questions, Sue.
Shoot.
The drawing is of the red man.
Do you know who the red man is?
Oh, that's just Nate's imaginary friend.
No, it's
the
not.
Red Man has been around ever since my boy was little.
I see. So there's no actual person in town he could be referring to?
He's out in the woods.
Way. According to Nathan, the Red Man hasn't changed in 30 years.
Is that how old Nate is? The red man actually exists. I met him in the forest. Yes. Sounds like Nathan has quite. No. Tell her the truth. She won't believe you, but tell her the truth.
The red man actually exists. I met him in the forest.
What? That's crazy talk. Stop kidding around. I am not in the mood.
Not messing around. No, Jimmy Cochran, let's just change the subject.
I don't need to ask her about that.
No, we don't need to ask her about it.
Did you know that somebody stole Lily's paintings from Wade?
She doesn't know that.
Huh? I knew he got robbed a few years back, but I thought he still had them all.
No. Wait, what?
I don't need to ask her about that.
Okay. Oh, wait, can we ask her about the flower?
Do you know anything about this flower?
Sure. Smoked it a few times back in the day.
Oh my
before
god.
It was endangered and all.
Yeah? What was it like?
Similar
Psychedelic?
to pot, but stronger and more unpredictable. Never touched this stuff after I got pregnant with Lily.
All right.
Do you know anything about these lights?
Sue, what do you see in this picture?
My God, that looks like one of Lily's paintings.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Really? Can you describe it?
It was a nighttime scene, just like the photo, but the lights were floating above the lake. There was a pale hand reaching up from beneath the surface trying to touch them.
Red
The
man.
forest in the background was on fire, making the sky purple and red. There were probably other details too, but that's what I can remember.
Sounds captivating. Wish I could have seen it.
Okay, let's
I
walk
think I'm gonna
out.
head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come
It's-
back anytime.
It's getting spicy. It's definitely getting spicy. Sorry for this, guys. A lot of weird stuff going on. Where's Nathan? Oh, get out. Where is Nathan?
Oh, gee, I would, but I forgot my swimsuit at home.
Yeah, you're a liar. You're a liar. One more time, guys. There we go. Okay. So, the Catmobile. Where do we go from here? That's a great question. Now, we could go to the sheriff, right? Maybe ask him about the red man. You could go back to the forest. Let's go back to the forest. Now, this might not be the same forest that
It's in danger.
this might not be the same forest that obviously Nathan is in. But I don't know, it's worth something sometimes. But maybe the sheriff knows who the red man is. I can't imagine what's his face in the clinic has any idea. And maybe Lenny. Hello, Lenny.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's
Maybe
up?
I can get files on Jimmy Cochran. Do you know Jimmy Cochran?
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Not really, Kathy. Sorry.
Okay. You know someone stole Lily Myers' art. Oh yeah, okay, here we go.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
You know, I have the worst ideas.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
What about the red man?
Do you know anything about a weird bald guy dressed in red around here?
You're joking, right?
Oh, never mind. Hey, Lenny, do you recognize
Show him the
this flower?
Yeah. I accidentally inhaled pollen from one of them when I was a kid.
Oh my
I
god.
remember being sick and delirious for days.
Scary. Where did you come across this flower?
Somewhere in Conwell Woods. Not sure where exactly.
All right.
Does he know anything about the three lights?
Do you know what this is?
I have no idea. Looks creepy, whatever it is. Where did you get it?
Grandpa had it hidden away in the attic.
Probably for a good reason, then. Be careful out there.
Lenny has, you know, a head on his shoulders. I
Well,
appreciate
gotta
that.
go.
See ya.
See ya. All right, so he didn't help. Let's ask the sheriff here. Get him all grumpy.
Hello,
Or-
Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
If you must. You know Jimmy Cochran?
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Nope.
You liar.
Do you know anything about the art theft in the Wade estate?
Yes, Mr. Wade phoned ahead about that. Lenny,
Yes, boss.
get the report from
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
burglary in
right.
the Wade estate back in '86.
On it, boss.
That's right. Wade said he was going to do that for
There
us.
you go, Kathy.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. We won't look at it yet. We'll continue to finish up our questions with him, and then we'll look at it.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
I don't need to ask him that.
Red man.
Do you know anything about a weird bald guy dressed in red around here?
What the hell are you talking about?
Never mind.
Okay. Let's just leave.
That's all for now.
Good.
Or maybe not leave, but like look at the police report. Okay. March 11th, 1986 at 1:12 in the morning. 1:12. Love it. The alarm in the Wade estate is triggered. The house is empty at the time, and the neighbors contact law enforcement. Officers arrive at the scene. Several broken windows can be observed. A sweep of the estate and surrounding premises reveals no trace of the perpetrators. A single witness identified as Franklin Goldfarb? What? Franklin Goldfarb reports seeing multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime. Charles Wade arrives in Conwell Springs to make an official statement. After examining the house, he reports that paintings with an excess value of $15,000 have been stolen. The art in question has not yet popped up in any circles that are known to deal with stolen goods, permitting investigation due to lack of evidence or leads. But who is Franklin Goldfarb?
I gotta find this Goldfarb guy. Maybe he knows more about the burglary.
What an interesting name. Franklin Goldfarb. So immediately, let's just ask the sheriff. We don't want to backtrack, really. We want to backtrack.
Hello, Sheriff.
as
Mind if
low
I
as
ask you
possible.
a few more questions?
If you must.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Of course it does.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Okay, thank you.
That's all for now.
Good.
Lenny, do you know a Goldfarb?
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
sounds familiar, but I can't place him.
I wonder if there's any files on
gotta go.
Goldfarb.
See ya.
I could search him up in the phone book and ask Grandma. I don't even know if Ron Jeremy's still here. He wouldn't be in here, right?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
That's no good.
Yeah, he's gone. Okay, that's good to know. It's good to know that I don't have to distract Lenny to get into the files anymore. Let's go ahead and go to Grandma's house. Ask Grandma if she knows anyone like of the name of Goldfarb, and let's also use her phone book, because you know this is back in the 90s. You can't just Google names anymore. You actually have to access a phone book. I used to use a phone book when I was younger to get a hold of my grandfather. I know I'm not making that up.
Dear.
I didn't know his name because I didn't remember phone numbers, and I didn't have a device that remembered phone numbers for me. So I looked him up in the phone book. Even though he lived across town, I just forgot his home phone. And I don't know, just seeing your family member's name in the phone book kind of felt surreal. It's very weird to say, but very honest.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Wow, that's
Not at all,
awesome.
dear. What's on your mind?
The Red Man. Do you know anything about a Red Man?
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
We don't want to spook her. Do you know Franklin Goldfarb?
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Oh, that poor man.
Wow.
He used to be an upstanding citizen, you know. Now he's constantly drinking and keeps babbling on about that imaginary acting career of his.
Sad thing. Do you know where I can find him?
He's homeless, dear.
He's
Lost
homeless.
his job a few years ago and never really got back on his feet.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Thanks, Grandma.
Yo.
Looks like I'm gonna have to have a chat with Goober.
Yeah. So we don't need a phone book.
Gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Phone book unnecessary. We already know the gentleman. Let's go talk to Goober. Goober? He's at the clinic, right? He's just chilling. Goober? Maybe he's in the hospital. Maybe we put him in the hospital for the taser attack. I can't imagine. Nurse, where's Goober?
I need a word, Miss Mendez.
Wait, how do you know my name?
Oh.
It's written on that board behind you, genius.
Ah.
You have the eyesight of a bald eagle or something?
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature. What happened to Goober, anyway?
Who?
The guy who had the seizure?
Oh, he ran off somewhere. Kept babbling about a religious near-death experience.
Okay, thanks.
Is he at the cemetery or is he in the church? This isn't good. Now we're searching for Goober. Goober. Goober.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't know why I would do that. Okay. Either at the cemetery or he's either at the church. We'll go to the cemetery. We haven't been there in a while. Maybe that little boy. Remember there was a little boy? How creepy that was? Maybe that little boy's gonna show up again. Na 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 na. Okay. Goober? No child. No child, no Goober. Okay. Mausoleum?
No reason to go in.
That's fine. Fair enough. Where is Goober? Well, we have to go to the church now. We have to go to the church. Where else would he be? He's not in jail. We were just there. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, church. If he's not here, I have... Oh, there he is! Goober!
Hello again, Goober.
You again? Are you stalking me, girl? You pop up everywhere I go. I'll try to tone down the charm, but I can't promise anything.
Huh, yeah, you're quite the charmer.
I know. I just said that, man.
Listen, I feel kind of bad about the electrocution.
Oh, that's what it was. What a cherry on top of my stellar performance.
Yeah, it was...
He's such a good
pretty
character.
convincing.
So what brings you to the house of God? Come to repent?
I'm afraid that ship has long since sailed, buddy. I had a few things I wanted to ask you about, though.
Right.
Shoot, Missy.
Jimmy Cochran first. Do you know Jimmy Cochran?
I don't need to ask him about that.
Okay, do you know Lily? Oh, well, obviously he knows Lily Myers. Yeah.
I should probably confront him directly about him being a witness.
Okay, well, Jesus. Red Man?
I don't need to ask him about that.
Okay, can we at least give him the man his name?
Your real name is Franklin Goldfarb, right?
Oh, nobody calls me that.
Regardless, I know for a fact that you were a witness to a burglary a few years back at the Wade Estate.
Yeah, what about it?
Why don't you tell me what you saw exactly?
I heard the alarm go off, glass breaking, then I saw 3 guys running away, carrying a bunch of stuff.
What did they look like?
It was dark, I don't know, they were definitely 3 big, bulky guys. They
what?
Oh, nothing, that's it. Didn't see anything else.
No. What were you gonna say?
Bullshit. Spit it out.
Well, one of those guys dropped his ring when running away. I sort of pawned it.
Oh.
A ring? What kind of ring?
Platinum with an inscription. 2 letters, B something. Man, I don't remember. My photographic memory stopped working in 1979.
Which pawn shop was that?
Pete's Pawning and Plumbing. It closed down a long time ago, though. Owner left town. There's a coffee shop back there now.
Too bad. Guess that's a dead end. Thanks anyway. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description recently? Not on a building. It was something small.
What? I'll be something?
Okay, that's all for now.
Did we see it?
See ya!
Not on a building, but something small. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to hit that like. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're already this far into Kathy Rain and you have not subscribed, what are you doing? We go live on Twitch, so if you want to check out the Twitch channel, the link is in the description below. Other than that, I will see you in the next Kathy Rain. Until next time. See ya.